Land Rover Explorer. It's all about location, location, location for this outdoor phone. Adventures require technology, but while there are a handful of rugged phones available, most smartphones are slippery, terrible in freezing conditions, and lacking in the battery power required to fuel their feeble GPS skills. Cue the Land Rover Explorer, an Android handset that contains a lot of unique outdoor tech for the £599 price, around $800, $1,042 Australian dollars. It includes a proximity sensor, compass, accelerometer, gyroscope, barometer, a GPS patch antenna and a 4,000 mAh battery that can be almost doubled with a clip-on module that comes with the phone. The Explorer's modified Android Nougat operating system, with an update to Oreo planned, also makes it easy to access metrics that might be useful outdoors. Coupled with the presence of OS Maps, a powerful GPS module, and the View Ranger app, complete with augmented reality for identifying mountain peaks and other landmarks, the Land Rover Explorer is an undeniably handy tool for the outdoors. Or anywhere else. After all, if you're an urban warrior who commutes in a 4x4 for absolutely no reason, why wouldn't you want to clip a phone to your belt with a carabiner? Although the Explorer is trying to be something rather more than the average Android handset, you wouldn't know it from first glance. Sure, it's a chunkier design than most, and the 5-inch screen doesn't go edge to edge, but it's nevertheless a pretty standard look. We learned only from the press release that the rear camera's lens is designed like a Land Rover headlight, and that the front-mounted speakers resemble the engine's grille. Clever stuff, but unless you're a Land Rover fan, you won't notice any of that. We didn't. On the top there's a 3.5mm headphone port. On the bottom a USB-C slot for recharging, while the sides sport rubberized volume buttons and a slot for a microSD card and 2 SIM cards. That could be handy for long-haul travel, as well as for roaming around the EU post-Brexit. The Explorer also comes with an adventure pack, a kit containing a nicely designed 3,620 mAh additional battery that attaches to the back of the phone using magnets, along with a 25x25mm ceramic patch GPS antenna. There's also a plastic case that encloses the battery when attached to the Explorer, and has a stainless steel carabiner attached. Rock climbers take note. However, it's what's inside the Explorer that makes it stand out. That it's fitted with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 is no surprise, but its 1080x1920, Full HD, screen is smarter than that. It claims to be readable in bright sunlight, and it can be used with wet fingers, and also by gloved fingers, which is all critical for using the Land Rover Explorer outdoors as a navigation aid. In fact, it's IP68 rated, so resistant to water, to a depth of 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes, but also to sand, dust, dirt, vibration, humidity and salt mist. Our personal favorite feature is that it can still work okay in freezing temperatures, from -30 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius / -22 degrees Fahrenheit to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Regular smartphones stop working at about 0 degrees Celsius / 32 degrees Fahrenheit. For anyone who frequently skis or hikes in winter, that's a potentially vital feature. The Explorer can survive a drop from 1.8 meters / 6 feet, which we know to be true because it fell hard onto rock during our test hike through Kazakhstan's remote Chirorm Canyon. It left not a scratch on the Explorer. However, the accident happened because the Explorer was hooked to a belt using the carabiner on the back of its optional adventure pack case. Although the carabiner's fixings appeared to clip hard into place on the back of the case, it somehow came loose while it was hanging off the belt. Something similar happened again later that day, so we lost all confidence in the carabiner case, and instead put the Land Rover Explorer in the top pocket of a hiking shirt. Since the Explorer is drop-tested, you could argue that none of that matters. Rock climbers will disagree, but a secondary clip might be wise for version 2.0. Using the Geekbench 4 app's CPU test, the Explorer achieved a single-core score of 809, which puts it on a par with the Samsung Galaxy S5 and the Nexus 5, and a multi-core score of 4,937, just below the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. So this is not a power-packed phone. On the compute test, it scored 3,703, akin to the Nexus 9 and Nexus 6, and for the battery test, 2,455, more than the iPhone 8 and the Google Pixel, but substantially less than the Samsung Galaxy S8. Running our standard 90-minute battery test with a full HD video, screen brightness cranked up to full, and Wi-Fi connected, the Explorer had 80% of its charge left, which is a very average result.